Lorena. It is Team UR's Monk.
And down here, in the red, in the bottom left corner, it is MoWjAhEeD.
Give me your predictions. What's your prediction right now?
I'm actually going to go for Monk on this one. Even though MoWjAhEeD looks really strong, I just think, like, given... I've only watched a couple games of Monk, but given his reputation, he's a really good player, and a really good late-game player. And I think that's something that a lot of TVT is really based around, is those long games. Even though there's a lot of carnage in the early games, like just being able to like play the long game is very important.
I am on Team UR, so I am gonna be biased here. So Monk 4-0, that's what my heart tells me. But I honestly think it's gonna be 4-1 Monk. I like you said, he's super duper strong in the late game. I think any game past 15-20 minutes is Monk's game. I don't think MoWjAhEeD can beat him. Monk is a very disciplined player. He's very practiced. He knows how to play StarCraft.
Yeah, especially with how TVT is, and Legacy, like especially for mech players, this is not like a favorable matchup in the late game. Like mech is pretty strong in the mid game, but once you get to that late game where all the bases are spread out, it's so easy for the like biotank player, assuming Monk goes biotank, to just like outmaneuver, outposition, outdrop, just out harass. So it's just really going to be Monk's game to win if MoWjAhEeD decides to go for that mech style.
But who knows? I mean, cash prizes can bring out the best in people. Maybe MoWjAhEeD just 4-0s and we'll be like fools.
Yeah, maybe. MoWjAhEeD is a strong player. We're definitely not counting him out. But this will be a close one.
We're going up. Pretty similar builds from each player. Monk not wanting to go Ripper, which may hurt him. I think he may be able to get a few SCV kills, to be completely honest, if Monk's not careful. But if MoWjAhEED's not careful, he'll lose that to an SCV surround. But no, these are Masters level players. E slips by very, very close. But yeah, 2 Marines out. A lot of low SCVs, but hopefully he's going for like a Widowmine drop and he just doesn't repair. Oh, neat little grenade. Look at all that.
Even getting that Reaper out, like, that's so big. Just keeping that around will just pressure Monk, really. Like, he'll have to stay on his toes for quite a bit, or else he'll, you know, lose a Marine, lose an SCV somewhere. That Hellion will probably clean it up, though.
Both players, if you just look at the production tab, it's about the same thing. Ooh, good job sniping that Reaper with that Hellion. Ooh, hopefully these 2 Marines don't take out that Hellion, though. Monk's going to need a pretty quick reaction time, and that's one thing I know about Monk. Is, to be honest, his one flaw is that his reaction time is a little bit slow for almost everything. Every time you see... He was playing... I think it was... He was playing somebody in a best of something recently, and he flew like 5 Banshees into a bunch of Corruptors, and he just didn't notice for the longest time. And every single Banshee except for like 1 went down. Good scan from MoWjAhEeD, sees the reactor on the starport, the tech lab on the factory. Should give him some good information. And it seems like Monk's just one basing it, slumming it out.
Yeah, this is interesting. Like, with these Vikings, like, he's continuing to make them. This isn't what you would see necessarily from an aggressive player. Like, you'd normally see a medevac so that you could reposition your tanks. But maybe Monk will show us something new.
Monk has had some interesting stuff going on with his mineral line. He just had 5 SCVs idle and then 2 SCVs idle. It was just an odd scenario. Hopefully he doesn't have the first game jitters, but I have no doubt he'll get back into it. 2 Vikings coming across right now, but needs to be careful as these 2 Vikings might pop and actually snipe them. But nope, Monk just doing some good old scouting. He's going to head back, but Monk needs to make something happen too, and it's 2 base to 1.
Yeah. Maybe he plans to get out these medevacs, bring the tanks over, and drop them in MoWjAHeed's base, and then try to snipe the Tankovax from MoWjAHeed. I don't know. Like as you said, he does have to make something here. He does slap down that CC, but that's so
So
late.
late. Yeah.
Like MoWjAHeed is almost fully saturated second base already. Like so ahead right now.
I think Monk will actually get a lot done. MoWjAHeed's army is completely out of position. Needs to land before this missile turret finishes and will not even allow it to finish. And now he's in some trouble.
Yeah.
Although that Liberator actually helps out a lot in Viking battles because of that AoE. And he might even win it because of it. Oh, they both kill each other with...
Yeah.
Down.
And that, like, just trading even like that really goes, like, in MoWjAHeed's favor. Monk really needed those Vikings to zone out the siege tanks of MoWjAHeed, but now he doesn't have them. He only has one now, and that's not going to be enough. And,
yeah, now winning that little cute Viking battle right there. Monk was a little bit indecisive, it seemed. And I think that was a fantastic hold from MoWjAHeed. Lost 5 workers? Who cares? He's had his second base for so much longer. That's double mule productions. Monk's CC just finishing right now, not even in orbital command. Very, very good defense from MoWjAHeed.
yeah. I hope this isn't signaling that Monk doesn't enjoy playing like this late game TVT. Because this is normally not something you would see from someone that's so confident in their late game. Just like this sort of like gimmicky opening.
Yeah, that was interesting. I could have seen it do a lot of damage, but maybe if it happened a little bit sooner, it just seems so late. He had like 3 tanks out. He had the same amount of Vikings, or 1 less Viking, but plus 1 Liberator. And now Monk's going to try to make something happen again. This time only 1 Marine for the cannon fodder. Landing a Viking, I thought he was going to like land Vikings because he needed more of a ground presence, but I mean 5 tanks now. Missile turrets, he has a good missile turret ring up. Yeah, two tanks lose to 5.
And I mean, Monk's also transitioning here into barracks. So like he's going for this, biotank style. Biotank really has its strength early on before mech gains its grasp, and then very late on when mech is stretched out. But like when you just give up your early game advantage of like the strength of Biotank by putting yourself behind, I mean, you're just going to be behind for the rest of this game.
And here we go. I'm going to move in again, but yeah, you got to be careful. Ooh, loses another Liberator. That's kind of bad. But if you look at the units lost tab, MoWjAHeed is actually suffering. I guess Monk has actually been trading quite well. He sees the barracks floating out. He knows he's going to be going against mech now because there's no other reason for that. And these missile turret placements are a little bit aggressive considering tanks can pick them off, but not if MoWjAHeed takes off the tank first. Just needs to put 1 tank just a little bit closer, or not.
And I like this play from Monk getting that third CC out a bit quicker. Though MoWjAHeed's will be finished and like landed before his, so he's still going to be behind in that aspect. But
Monk actually doesn't have that big of an army. He can't afford that big of an army. Yeah. He has what, 8 Marines, 10 Marines right now, building a fodder. I mean, this is going to get pretty scary. Meanwhile, MoWjAHeed, Liberators, he has the siege tanks, he has the Hellbats. He just doesn't have the air presence to really push across the map. That's really Monk's only advantage right now, is his air presence.
Yeah, and I'm glad you pointed that out. That's a big factor for Monk here, and like keeping any aggression off his side of the map is these Vikings. Since he has air control, MoWjAHeed's not going to be able to get like any big push in because he has no air control to gain, flyer advantage. So those siege tanks can shoot the furthest.
We see both 2 medevacs coming across the map, 1 for Monk, 1 for MoWjAHeed. MoWjAHeed has 4 Hellions in it. I actually am not sure if they do have Blue Flame. And now an 8 Marine drop. can't see this doing too much, but who knows?
I mean, I think any damage here is good for MoWjAhEeD, like, since he's already far ahead. If he picks off this tank, that would be...
That's awesome. Good job.
Like, that is a good trade. Like, just trading these mineral units, Hellbats. He didn't lose that, did he lose the medevac?
No. Oh, yeah, he did. That's
Okay,
kind of
well,
a bummer.
anyways.
Oh, no, he didn't. There it is, flying across the middle of the map. Good job, medevac.
Yeah. So he can still keep transporting these Hellbats across the map and just, toss them in. Any trades that he gets with the Hellbats are good because he doesn't give two craps about minerals. Like, he just cares about gas.
Man, look at this. Monk only has one tank. This is a very good push out. If push out right now, Monk's done for. So much for our 4-0 predictions.
Yeah. Nice
Wow.
one, Monk.
Yeah, way to make us look like fools. But who knows? He needs to move across right now. He needs to just not care what damage he takes from that one siege tank and just push in. Ooh, loses most of his Marines right there. One Hellion coming in, kind of psyching him out. But here's what we talked about. This air presence. Ooh.
How the SCV is blocking the way for everything.
Oh my gosh. And 2 Brute?
And he doesn't have anything except for these 4s that can deal with these Liberators. Oh my god.
This is weird. Alright, this just became super duper weird because MoWjAhEeD forgot. That was just... And, I'm sorry to say this, MoWjAhEeD, that was the worst engagement I've ever seen. That was a terrible engagement.
He just lost fucking 40 supply.
Oh, and here we go, the Hellbats, yeah, keep going in. This is insane. What is going on? I don't think it matters though, because I think now MoWjAhEeD is just so ahead. The Liberator position is good and all, but
I guess, but the thing is, MoWjAhEED's still not making Vikings. He's making Liberators to the already superior Liberator count of Monk.
But who needs Liberators when you have Thors? Seems the Thors are doing a fantastic job.
I guess you're right. I mean...
Oh man, what a weird game. Oh man, Monk though. See, and this is what I was talking about. You look at those reaction times, they're just a little bit too slow.
Yeah.
But I mean, this air presence is... Monk should just transition into Sky Town right now. Oh, loses a CC though, to that one Liberator, rip.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really like this transition into Sky Terran because you really need lots of resources to pull this off, and one thing Monk does not have is lots of resources.
Yeah, if you had I don't know, say 28 SCVs, that would probably be better, but since you just lost that many. These two Thors are just champions right now.
I also don't think he should be edging these Liberators up. I think if he wants to attack the 4s, he should just plop them all down really quick. I don't think he can do this the way he's been doing it.
MoWjAhEeD almost just lost a lot of supply, but I mean, Monk's just scrambling right now. He can't. I don't think he knows that he can't win this game yet. GG. Wow, MoWjAhEeD taking a good game 1.